Cedar Point, summer 2016. As dusk falls over the Midway, an aging roller coaster prepares for an innovative transformation. Park officials hand out strange headsets to a handful of curious riders. The iconic Iron Dragon, a suspended coaster from 1987, is about to enter a new dimension: virtual reality. By the mid-2000s teens, virtual reality was the hottest trend in theme parks. Competing parks like Six Flags were strapping VR headsets to coasters across the country. Cedar Point wasn't about to be left behind. Park management saw VR as a chance to enhance the guest experience and breathe new life into an old ride without building a new coaster. Iron Dragon was a logical choice. It's a relatively gentle, family-friendly coaster, perfect for experimenting with VR without overwhelming riders. The goal was to turn Iron Dragon into something new and thrilling, using storytelling and technology to augment the physical ride. If successful, it could extend the coaster's appeal for a new generation and give people another reason to visit Cedar Point. Cedar Point's first public foray into virtual reality came during a limited beta test in summer 2016. It was rolled out quietly as part of the park's Cedar Point Nights event. The park took an organized approach, noon signups, and evening ride times. Iron Dragon ran normally all day, then after 6 p.m. it switched to VR-only trains. This way, daytime guests weren't slowed down by the new tech, and curious riders could reserve a slot for the VR experience each night. Anticipation built as the sun set. Riders aged 13 and up who had signed a waiver lined up with their reservation cards in hand. Cedar Point staff equipped each rider with a Samsung Gear VR headset. Operators carefully adjusted straps and calibrated each unit. This was uncharted territory for the crew, and everyone was eager to see how it would play out. Cedar Point's team worked with the creators to align every twist of Iron Dragon's track to the on-screen action onboard sensors, and a calibration period before departure ensured the visuals stayed in sync, at least when everything worked. It was a considerable technical feat, essentially turning a roller coaster into a moving motion simulator. For many who tried it, the effect was astonishing. One coaster reviewer admitted, "We were blown away. The graphics were 100 times better than Six Flags VR coaster, and the storyline was actually good." Longtime visitors who knew every twist of Iron Dragon suddenly felt like they were on a brand new ride. In those moments, suspended beneath the track with a headset on, riders truly forgot they were on Iron Dragon at all. Yet beneath the excitement, Cedar Point's team was carefully noting the challenges of this high-tech experiment. Almost immediately, operational headaches appeared. Loading a train full of guests is quick on a normal coaster. Pull down your restraint and go. But loading with VR was a different story. On some nights, the system struggled. Despite aiming to send out a VR train every 5 minutes, delays would cascade. One observer saw the line backed up down the stairs as timing slipped. Another guest remembered long wait times. They didn't have enough VR headsets for everyone, or some didn't work at all. Technical glitches were common. Riders occasionally found their virtual view misaligned. One moment you're in a carriage facing forward, the next your horse appears 45 degrees to the side due to a calibration hiccup. Some headsets lost video entirely and had to be rebooted on the spot. And while the Gear VR units were secured with straps, a few riders felt them slipping during the ride. Cedar Point enforced strict rules to protect riders. The VR option was limited to ages 13+, likely due to motion sickness or headset size concerns, and every participant had to sign a waiver acknowledging the risks. Many parks introduced VR on rides around 2016 to 2017, and most had quietly removed it by 2018. The VR fad was cooling off, and Cedar Point chose to move on. In 2019, the park shifted focus to its next big thing. The record-breaking Steel Vengeance coaster in 2018 had plenty of draw on its own. Iron Dragon continued to fly, but now only in the real world. In the broader context, Iron Dragon's VR chapter will be remembered as part of that era when theme parks flirted with virtual reality. The industry has since refocused on reliability and throughput, but the dream of blending digital and real thrills isn't dead, it's just evolving. As technology improves, lighter headsets, AR glasses, interactive media, parks may yet crack the code to deliver seamless virtual adventures without the drawbacks. Until then, Iron Dragon stands as a case study, a bold vision that soared, stumbled, and taught valuable lessons on the path back to reality. And so, as night falls at Cedar Point, Iron Dragon flies on, in our world, not a virtual one, carrying with it the memories of a time when riders dared to put on a headset and chase a dragon into the unknown.